In this video, I'll be showing you how to configure the RTC Client for Visual Studio for your first time use. So, in the last video I installed the RTC Client. So, I have here, I have just launched Visual Studio for the first time after the install of the client. The first thing you see is the Team Concerts has been added to your menu. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and open the Team Artifacts window. This window is really what you'll be working in, I would say, most of the time when you're working in RTC. So, as you can see, we don't have any connections or any project areas. So the first thing I want to do is create my repository connection. Repository connection just is tells me which RTC server I'm going to connect to. And it takes a couple of pieces of information, a URI and some authentication. So the first thing I always do is I just open up the Jazz Team server in a web app in Internet Explorer, just to ensure that I have the correct address. What it requires an address, and this one uses port 9443. So I will grab that address and I will paste it into my URI. I need a user ID and password, and again I'm going to go back to the website and type in my username and password. One thing that's important to note about the user ID is that it is case sensitive, so if I come in here and type everything in capitals, that's not going to work. My user ID is lowercase, so I need to use a lowercase username. Okay. Once I log in to the repository connection, the first thing I want to do is I want to start working directly on a project. So I'm going to open a project area, and I'll do that by clicking this blue button here. Select my connection. There are two projects in here, so I will go ahead and select the second one. This will add the project area to my Team Artifacts window. From here, I can start working with the different plans that I have configured here. As you can see, this is using an agile plan, so I have the concept of a product backlog, release backlog, and the current sprint backlog. One thing you may notice is missing from this view is any notion of source control. And there's a little bit of initialization error when loading Team Concert in Visual Studio for the first time. So to work around that, what I'm going to do is I am going to search hold on a second. I'm going to search for workspaces and streams. And as you can see, now once I click that search, it kind of gives me this My Repository Workspaces view, and it also gives me source control. So you only need to do that once, but it's pretty important.